Hello, this is my project for application maintenance and monitoring report. So this video is reporting about the application name WhatsApp. The category of this app is messaging, communication. The users around the world is over 2 billion active users. The overview of this application is, as the developer of WhatsApp, my goal is to provide a fast, secure, and reliable communication platforms that connects to other users globally through text, voice, and video. So, ang goal ng dinidevelop kong apps, which is the WhatsApp, is provide yung mabilis na pag-communicate. Kunyari, meron kang kapamilya, kapatid sa ibang bansa. So, pwede mong gamitin tong apps na to para ma-communicate yan. So, dinisign ko yung application na to para makapag-handle siya ng billions of messages and multimedia files. So, meron yung application na to na storage and nakaka-handle siya ng messages and multimedia files, video, pictures, ganyan. So bukod doon, ini-ensure niya rin yung privacy and yung mga minimal downtime para ma-maintain yung yung strong encryption and system scalability. Yan. And ayun sinabi ko ngayon, ayun yung pinaka-core ng WhatsApp architecture, yung strong encryption, then yung pag-handle ng billions of messages and multimedia storage. Ano nga ba yung mga advantage niya? First, sa data security tayo. Ini-ensure niya yung yung end-to-end encryption, ensuring that only the sender and receiver can read the message. So yung dalawa lang yung nakaka-read ng message, yung mga provider hindi nila to nababasa kasi yun nga end-to-end encryption. So dalawa lang yung nakakapag-read ng mga message. Then two-step verification adds yun, another layer of found protection. So meron siya, kunyari pwede mo siyang dagdagan ng Gmail para maging two-step verification, ganyan. Then ginagamit din yung WhatsApp sa ganyan, sa two-step verification. Kunyari sa Facebook, minsan pag nag-add ng two-step verification sa Facebook, meron choices, Gmail o kaya WhatsApp. Pag meron tayong, kunyari papalit tayong password, ginagamit natin yung WhatsApp kasi dun isa-send yung OTP niya. Then regular security patches and privacy policy updates help maintain user trust and data confidentiality. Regular yung parang yung update para masigurado yung security. Kunyari may concern yung mga user, ganto, ganyan. Then gagawin ko bilang developer, aayusin ko yan, update ko para ma-maintain yung user trust. Then yun, hindi mabaliwala yung application. Next, massive data handling. Utilizes distribute cloud server to store and synchronize chat, media, and backup efficiently. Yun nga. So nakakapag-handle siya ng billions of messages and multimedia, ganyan. So yung gumagamit siya ng cloud server. Dun niya ini-store yung mga billions of messages and media. Second, optimize compression algorithm, reduce data loads for image and video, improving speed and reducing bandwidth. So ino-optimize niya, kumbaga yung files ino-compress niya para mabilis yung pag-send and pang-send. Kunyari nasa ibang bansa yung chat mo, hindi yung pag malaki yung files mabagal mag-send. Ang ginagawa niya, i-compress niya para mas mabilis yung pag-pass ng mga data. Last, can handle millions of current connection with low latency through load balancing. Yun, nakapag-handle siya ng millions of current connection. Kumbaga hindi siya bumabagal pag madaming nagpapasahan. So ayun nga, kaya niyang magpasa ng mga millions and mag-handle ng mga data through low latency load balancing. Next, system upgrades, incremental updates, ensure minimal service interruption during new releases. So, yung nabanggit ko kanina, regular yung patches niya, yung mga update. In-ensure niya na minimal lang yung magiging service interruption pag merong new release na updates. So, kunyari, hindi siya magka-crash, minimal lang. Cross-platform optimization, maintain consistent performance across Android, iOS, and web version. Ayun, cross-platform, pwede siya sa Android, iOS, and web version. Last, continuous integration and testing pipelines catch bugs before updates are deployed. So, before updates, tinatrack niya muna yung mga bugs bago niya i-deploy. Disadvantage, dun tayo sa data security. Kung kanina meron advantage, ngayon meron naman this data security risk. Despite the strong encryption, metadata like message, timestamps, and contacts can still be collected. So, ayun lang. Kahit na merong malakas na encryption, pwede pa rin makollect ng mga hacker yung mga data like contact, messages. Amen. Phishing, scam, and fake links can trick user to revealing personal information. Ayun lang. So, message, category. Merong mga pwedeng mag-send ng link din. Kung wala ka masyadong alam sa mga application, website, ganyan, ilalagin mo yung yung email mo, then makukuha niya yung mga personal information like yung Gmail account mo, password mo. Next, backup stored on Google Drive or Cloud may not be encrypted end-to-end. Ayun lang. Yung Google mo, then yung sa cloud is walang encrypted end-to-end, unlike dun sa message meron. Dito, yung pagpasa ng data mo or pag-store ng data mo papuntang Google Drive or Cloud is walang end-to-end encryption. So, pwede pa rin mabasa ng mga hacker yun. Next, massive data challenges. Heavy usage lead to server congestion during peak hours or global outages. Storage management can be difficult on devices with limited capacity to large media files. So, yun, minsan nagka-crash yung application pag yung device mo is limited lang yung storage or bababa yung storage. Hindi niya ma-play or ma-read yung mga files, mga media files na meron malaking storage. Synchronizing billions of messages daily requires extensive server resources and monitoring. Ayun, hihirapan siyang mag-synchronize ng billions of messages pag minsan. Kumbaga, alam naman natin pag minsanan yung pagpapas ng data or pag-store, hindi mo naman maiwasan na may minimal na crash yung application. Next, system upgrade issues. Some older device experience lag or incompatibility after new updates. So, meron tayong mga Android version. Kumbaga, pag yung Android mo is low na, tapos yung update is or nagre-require ng mataas na Android version, siguradong hindi yan gagana or magka-crash kung gagana man. Users sometimes face temporary crashes or bugs after major features rollout. Example, new status features or interface changes. Yun nga, hindi yan magra-run yung mga new features na in-update. Then yung mga, kunyari, yung interface changes, hindi nakakayanin ng low version na Android. Action during system failure. So, ano ba ang gagawin ko bilang developer pag nag-fail yung system? Number 1, automatic backup and recovery. So, built-in yun, yung automatic backup and recovery. ma-recover yung mga chat and media are backup daily to cloud storage to prevent data loss during failures. Sabi ko nga kanina, pag nag-upgrade ka naman ng cellphone, ma-recover yung mga messages and files mo. Failover servers. Standby servers automatically active when a main data center goes offline, ensuring uninterrupted services. So, nag-runtime yan, hindi yan namamatay, automatically active yan. Yung main data center natin. Then, incident response team. A 24/7 technical monitoring team. Tracks real-time performance and quickly addresses outreaches code bugs. So, meron tayong nagmo-monitor ng mga bugs para sila din yung mga nag-aayos ng mga crashes ng application. Last, user notification. User receive updates via social media or in-app banners regarding downtime, maintenance, or version updates. So, bago mag-crash yung application or mag-update yan, merong lalabas na notification sa taas kung mapapansin natin. Parang chat yan na galing sa developer or sa company kung saan nanggaling yung WhatsApp. Tapos